Hi.
Good to see you.
It's good to be here. Anxious, but good to be here. To be very honest, she's taught me or reminded me that I'm a very selfish person. That's what I learned soon after having her, that I've always just thought about myself first. If I needed to travel, I'd be like, okay, I'm up and I'm out. I've had to remind myself that, yo, chill. Like, there's other people now that are actually a lot more important. So she's reminded me that I have been selfish and I need to now be more selfless in this life of motherhood. But also, she has taught me patience. I'm one of those people who just wants to get things done now. But yeah, we're climbing stairs now and she tells me, Mama, wait. I'm like, okay, wait, Ibti. Let's hold her hand. Let's count 1 to 5, like she's also teaching me patience. So that's very interesting and very interesting to learn in my 30s. So yeah. So I've been in the public space for almost a decade now. And I think I've always said I'm a very private public person. That's what I usually say. I'm public, but also I'm very private. You'll get to see what I actually choose to show you on the public space. I think that's been very important to me in the sense that I don't want my entire business to be out there. Just enough that is actually relevant to the world. There's things that are irrelevant. Even if I show my people my daughter's face, then what? Like, what info? What will you gain out of that? So, and I also like to keep my people within my own circle. And I keep saying, when you bump into me, like in public, you'll see my entire family, see me, my husband, my child. But on the social media space, I don't want people to have our photos to be out there. I don't want people, like myself, I'll go to a photo studio and find my photos there. And I'm like, how do you use people's photos without that? So I can only imagine how I'd feel if someone took my daughter's photos and used them like for random things like that. I would feel so bad. But also I'd have myself to blame, right? Because I'd be the one who had put the photos out there. So I'm very private about these things. I also just don't share like her name. I have a whole social media name that people assume that's her like name, but she doesn't even know about it. So if you saw her right now and you just called her Ruby, she'll be like, who's that? Like, that's not me. And that's actually very intentional. Like, I don't want to be in a public space and people actually call her by her name. I don't know. I'm very protective over my people like that. Yeah. So I used to like share my brother's photos like for a while. And it was actually very weird. People would go for like, I remember he once told me someone went for an interview and the lady was just like, yo, hijabified's brother. And he's telling me that was so awkward for someone to say that in an interview. And I was just like, yeah, awkward indeed. And I think over time I was like, you know what, maybe this is Ibtisam's page. Maybe you come here, you see Ibtisam and that should be enough. Yeah, so that's been like the journey. This world is mad, guys. This world is so mad. No, the last thing I'd want is for me to have put her out there and then something strange to happen. Like, because imagine now because and I know people think differently about these things. There's people who work with their kids and show them, and that's on them. They choose that. But personally, I'm thinking, I can't imagine her face being there, her name being there, and then soon she starts going to school. People know where she schools. Next thing, an auntie goes to that school and says, hey, I'm here to pick so-and-so. And obviously, you know all these details. You must be her auntie, right? Yeah, I'm very scared. And maybe someday I will be comfortable enough to share that. But for now, yeah, no, let her remain my daughter in a protected space. Let's see her back and her hands and her legs and be content with that much. Yeah. I think one of the things that I was told, but also I learned through seeing people becoming mothers a lot before me. Clearly, I was a mother in my 30s, is that don't lose yourself in the journey of motherhood. And just because you love your daughter like unconditionally and all that, it doesn't mean you stop being yourself. A lot of people become mothers and they just become mama nani. Then all of a sudden you stop being Ibtisam. All of a sudden you lose all your friends because I'm too busy being a mom. Or I lose me, the things that I actually enjoy doing because I've now become a mom. So for me, it's become it became a very intentional thing that I did after becoming a mom, that I actually kept my friends. And I know in the journey, because a lot of people won't understand, you will lose a few, but I actually intentionally reached out to my friends so that I can still remain Ibtisam. I still take out time to myself to remain Ibtisam. I go with her everywhere. Clearly, she's just here. So I haven't stopped being Ibtisam just because I'm her mom too. So I'm doing both. And that's one of the best advice I think I took, because I've seen so many people lose selves in the journey of motherhood. By the time they're like kids going to school, and then now they're like back from this deep end, they're like, whoops, like everyone's just moved on and I'm here now starting afresh. Yeah. Worst advice I would have received is probably when she sleeps, sleep. That was a lie, guys. That was like, woo, the liest of lies. You cannot sleep when she sleeps. Like, and that was like in the first year of motherhood. But this concept of when she sleeps, you sleep. What? So then when do I actually leave? Like, when do I do the dishes? When do I actually go shower? When do I actually talk to my people? When do I create content? Like, it was a lie. So this, when she sleeps, sleep. So when she sleeps and when the supermarket guys drop down there and sleep now. Yeah, guys, it's a lie. Whew, there will be so much unsolicited advice from everyone and anyone. Somehow everyone wants to advise you, even those who've never been parents. Pick your struggles, listen, or maybe hear them, and then just choose what works for you and what doesn't work for you, because they'll come in rushing. Everyone has something to say. And somehow people just assume like all kids are the same. Yours didn't sleep, so because she was hungry. So the reason yours is not sleeping is because she's hungry too. Guys, even twins are not the same, leave alone yours and your neighbor's kids. So yeah, pick those, whatever you want to actually trust when it comes to unsolicited advice. Yeah, and they'll come in hot. Yeah. Another advice I'd say is, again, the same thing I learned is don't lose yourself when you become a mom. Yeah. Just figure out that balance. When I think through the 2 years of motherhood, I think for me, the first was the difficult part. And I think, I don't know whether it's because of the community that I come from, but there was a lot of say about how I fed my child. And I'm a skinny mom, and the father is skinny. So almost obviously the child was going to be skinny. You know, like chances of this child not being a skinny child was very low. But somehow, and I come from an Arab family, so a lot of people are thick, you know. They have the curves in the right places. So somehow when they see a skinny baby, the assumption is that you're not feeding that child. And the famous statement from where I come from is Haja Shiba. And I hated that from the core of my heart. Like, why are you assuming she's like anorexic child or something? Like, there's always that assumption that she's so skinny. Are you feeding her? Do you have enough milk? There's always, girl, this is even triggering me. I hated it so much. And please note, like, I gave birth to her and she was like over the 2.5, which is usually under 2.5. Then you considered like underweight as a baby. She was fine. She was just a skinny, tall baby. And based on the charts, because there's usually like a chart when they share age and the kgs they need to be, she was fine. But it took me a while to actually understand that she's actually fine based on the charts. Ignore all this noise around on she's so skinny. Have you fed her? She's crying. She must be hungry. Like, in fact, in our community, if a child cries, the only reason that might be the case is that she's hungry. That's it. Like, it can't be anything else. It cannot be because she's feeling hot. She's hungry. Feed her. In fact, if the baby sleeps too much at night, wake her up. She must be hungry. So I think that was like the hardest bit of motherhood for me. But it really helped that first, I had friends who had gone through the journey of motherhood. So they kept reminding me that it's fine. Just ignore the noise. Of course, even despite knowing this, it still took me a moment to like actually say, it's fine. You know, she's growing up just fine. The doctor said she's fine, you know, but it took me a while. But once I figured that out, it became a lot better. Yeah. So that's how I overcame those challenges. Would I know better if I had the second child? I don't know if the hormones will still play me, but for now, I think we've figured that out. Yeah, because she's still a skinny baby to date. Yeah. Not the whole day, because I can write a book. But the favorite thing about my daughter, so she's 2 years old. She's very, very well spoken. Alhamdulillah, she like communicates, she says it all. She's very entertaining. She tells you as it is. She knows exactly what she wants and what she doesn't want. You cannot convince her otherwise, you know. She wants the sweet and it's hers, it's hers. I love that she now knows how to say please and thank you. And then she can actually use that to her advantage. When she knows you're going to say no, she comes with this face and says, Mama, please. And there's faces you can't say no to. So I love that. I love that she can sleep through the night. Woof. I love that, you know. Finally, the eye bags I have got nothing to do with her now. It's just me. It's a me problem, guys. What else do I love? I love that she's not stopped. She's unstereotyped. Because I think before I had my baby, a lot of people told me, live your best life now. It's about to take a big pause once you have a child. You know, you won't be able to do it. And it's wild that people just tell you the things that you are not going to do anymore, and they don't tell you the good stuff. And I'm so grateful that life didn't stop. Just because I had my daughter, I haven't stopped being me. She hasn't stopped me from traveling. I'm still working, because a lot of people are like, you might need to quit your job now that you've had a child, you know, like it will get complex. If anything, now 2 years after having her, I just recently got a promotion. So that was a lie too, you know. And I'm so grateful that we get to unstereotype this motherhood myths with her, because the world can be scary when it comes to motherhood. They tell you really only the scary bit, the scary parts of it. There's a very few real things out there that they talk about. And I guess people experience motherhood differently. But also, I don't know, for fear of sharing the good stuff out there, I don't know what it is, but a lot of people forget to share the good things about it as well. Or maybe it's just lack of perspective. They look at the hard bits so much that they forget there's good stuff to it as well. So yeah, I love that we're going through this journey with her together. And one day perhaps we will write a book. No, I hate writing. Perhaps we will do a video when we are getting used to this, you know, camera idea. Yeah. Great. So I think there's also this narrative out there that there's almost like an award for the most hardworking, for the most tired mom out there. Guys, like, choose the soft life. If you don't have a support system, like, you know, if your husband, your mom, your people are not there, pay for support. If it means you get 2 nannies, guys, there's no shame in it. Get 2 nannies. Trust me, at the end of it all, no one's going to remember these small things. Or actually, don't also forget postpartum depression is real. So if you can get support in any way, format, different form, just get it. Don't do it. Don't try to do it all on your own. Like, even if you're a Miss Independent woman, trust, I can relate. Get support. Yeah.